Do we sit many times and see ourselves overthinking about some issues? Do we procrastinate? Do we see it very hard to let go of past? Overthinking is a, is a way in which we try to not take an action because of our experiences in the past or too much worry about the future. In both the case, what happens is that we don't take actions. In the fear of taking right or wrong decision, we don't take decision. So, overthinking is a very unhealthy way of being because that leads you nowhere in terms of taking step forward, and you find yourself stagnated in a place where you don't want to be. So, let's explore this aspect and understand how do I stop overthinking. Hi, I'm Dr. Deepa Shetty here and I'm a health coach. Today's topic, as I said, is overthinking. First of all, understand why do we overthink and do I overthink? You will get an answer to this when you actually sit there and see that many times you end up thinking, not able to take decision and not able to take an action. When you find yourself in this soup, understand that you're overthinking. And first and foremost question that you need to ask yourself at that time is, why do I overthink? Many times the reason for the overthinking is an underlying anxiety or a depression. Face your fear. Take charge of your emotion. Take control of your emotion. Come face to face with it and understand from where it is emerging. It's emerging from a childhood, it's emerging from a very, very bad past, or it's emerging from an experience which you want to forget but it keeps role playing and playing and playing in your mind. And that's when you need to see that how do I stop this, a pause button or stop button so that these thoughts do stop. Overthinking has two types in it. One is the thought pattern can be ruminating or an incensed worry. Ruminating patterns are one thought or a chain of thought which keeps repeating in your head, and this is very common in a perfectionist people. And incensed worrying is actually too much worry about the future. Okay, and in that worry you tend to procrastinate things and you tend to anticipate things and you tend to that tends to affect your performance and your life also. So when we say that I recognize my pattern and I understand that I overthink, then what do I do? First and foremost, getting aware of overthinking pattern, that moment when you're overthinking makes it more easier to deal with it. When you catch yourself overthinking, see to it that you stop it that and that moment itself. Ignore the thought pattern at that moment and try and take an action forward. And in this, how do we take an action in everyday basis so that we get rid of this habit pattern of overthinking? I'll give you some tips out there and that you can practice in your daily life to get rid of this pattern which you have developed as a behavior and a habit in a stressful and in a any kind of situation which you're not able to deal with. This is a coping mechanism of yours which has helped you till now, but you saw that because of which you are actually not able to be the person you are and achieve and reach where you want to be. So let's understand how do we stop overthinking. First and foremost, understand, see what is the story that you're telling yourself. Manage that story. There is always a story, a dark or a sad story, or a too much of worrying story that is going on in your head, which is making you overthink. Like a simple thing as if I want to buy a bike, I may be thinking that oh my god, if I buy a bike, what if I don't get driving license on time? And even if I get a driving license of time, what if I make an accident when I'm driving? What if I take a wrong turn? What if I fall down? What if I don't see somebody ahead? What if I don't press the horn on time? What if I don't press the brake on time? So these kind of pattern makes up a story out there which gives a negative outcome of not trusting yourself and thinking that something really bad will happen. You got to manage the story of yours, manage it to a film which is very happy and good and feels good for you. So it can be like you're riding a bike in a nature, feeling the breeze around you, feeling the warmth of the nature around you, seeing people out there taking riding it to the fullest extent and feeling freedom out there. This story can also be there, and that definitely will make you feel good about yourself. And that's how you can stop this overthinking pattern. It will not go to the thought and thought and thought and thought pattern. It will stop there and make you feel better about yourself, confident also about yourself. Other important thing is let go of the past. If there has been a past experience where there was an accident with some relative or anybody out there, understand it was in the past and let go of it. Unless and until you're attached to that past, your next action will not happen because you'll anticipate the same past repeating. And believe me, it does repeat because it's in your head. Anything that is stuck in your head and you're thinking too much, it's going to get manifested because then your actions are like that. The handle of the bike will wobble. So as long as you are letting go of your past, you will be able to live in the moment. You will be able to live in this moment where you are actually taking a ride in a beautiful atmosphere, where you're actually enjoying going on a road which is making you feel awesome about yourself. You can feel yourself having that magical ride. And then you'll see even the thought makes you happy. Imagine when you do the action, how it will feel. That will lead you to the right action, or rather than right or wrong, to the action which you want to do. Understand decision not made in the fear of making a wrong decision is worse. At least the wrong decision tells you where you went wrong. No decision does not give you anywhere. It just keeps you protected in one position without taking any decision and feeling worse than ever. Fears that you have, the anxiety that you have, maybe there is a bigger fear out there of not being able to achieve anything in your life, of not being able to be where you want to be, not being able to take steps and decision you wanted to take in the past. So there can be a bigger fear out there, and you need to understand those fear, face them, and move forward. Only way to get rid of this fear is face them and take an action. That's the only way you can really stop that anxiety that's building in your head. Take control and charge of emotions. You are the one who are generating it. You are the one who is anticipating things which is not existing right now. You are the one who is making this story, and this story is making you fearful or horrifying you. Change the story, change your emotion, take control of your emotion, take control of your life, and you will see that it feels really awesome within yourself to be able to manage your life and the life of your significant others. That's where it's important that you take control of your life. Also, ask the right question. Rather than saying that why do all my relationship turn sour, you can ask a right question as such: what kind of energy am I attracting that is attracting these kind of partners in my life? So if you ask a question which you are in control of changing, I mean you can change your behavior. This is nothing to do with you blame yourself or blame others. It's to do with something which is in your control and you can change that energy within you that can attract right kind of people. Which means like if I make a sad face, or an angry face, I'll find a lot of such people around me. But if I make a smiling face, you'll see a lot of smiling people around you because they smile looking at you. They get angry from your pattern. So it's important that you change this energy within you so that you get what you want. It's about that. So overthinking is also, you will collect such overthinkers around. And imagine if you have so much of thoughts in you and you have a bunch of people having these many thoughts around, what a chaos it will be. And I don't think anybody wants to do that. So ask the right question to yourself. And if you do this every day, you will see that you're getting out of this pattern and behavior and you'll stop overthinking. And that is the time when you'll stop procrastinating, when you'll stop stuck getting in the past and move forward in the future which you're designing for yourself. Isn't that beautiful? So, friends, take this step today and let's have a life which we design for ourselves and smile and experience this life to the fullest. As long as we experience this life, we will live it to the fullest and love our life. Thank you for listening to this video and thanks for always allowing me to add value to your life. Do write in the comment section, did you like this video and would you want to hear something more from this? And thank you for staying tuned. Thanks a lot. See you again.